If you're a die-hard Lions fan, you need to hear this. Whether you've been riding the highs of this season or bracing for the lows, Week 7 was a moment that every Detroit supporter will remember. This isn't just another recap. This is a reality check, a gut punch, and maybe, just maybe, the spark that lights a fire for the rest of the year. 20-man's week. 7 notes are shaking up the fan base. His observations have sparked debates from the barbershop to the break room, and if you haven't caught up yet, you're missing out on the conversation that's defining Detroit football this week. Let's break down what he saw, what he said, and why it matters more than ever. Here's what you missed, and what it all means for Detroit. This isn't just about one game. It's about the identity of a team, the pulse of a city, and the hopes of a fan base that's been waiting for a breakthrough. The stakes are high, and every snap, every play, every decision is under the microscope. Week 7 was supposed to be a statement game, but for the Lions, reality hit harder than a Dan Campbell pep talk. The energy was electric at kickoff, but as the minutes ticked by, the mood shifted. The team that had been flying high suddenly looked grounded, and the questions started piling up. Tim Twentyman's latest observations. Let's just say he's not sugarcoating it. First up, the offense. For weeks, Detroit's attack had been the talk of the league, dynamic, creative, and relentless. But on Sunday, it was a different story. The rhythm was off, the timing was shaky, and the confidence that had defined this unit seemed to evaporate under the bright lights. Out of sync, off rhythm, and honestly, just kind of stuck in the mud. The playbook looked predictable, the execution was sloppy, and every time it seemed like the Lions might get something going, a penalty or a missed assignment set them back. It was a far cry from the explosive offense fans had come to expect. Goff was pressured more than a Thanksgiving turkey, and without Montgomery, the run game was basically a rumor. Defenses didn't have to respect the ground attack, and that made life miserable for the quarterback. Every dropback felt like a scramble, every throw a gamble. The Ravens' defense smelled blood, and they didn't let up for a second. 20-man put it blunt, when Detroit can't win on first down, everything breaks down. Ouch. The offense was constantly behind the chains, forced into obvious passing situations, and the Ravens took full advantage. It's a formula for disaster, and on Sunday, it played out in real time. Remember the wall we had up? Yeah, Baltimore brought a sledgehammer. The Lions' defense, which had been a point of pride, looked overmatched and overwhelmed. The Ravens ran at will, passed with ease, and seemed to have an answer for every adjustment Detroit tried to make. Hutchinson was double-teamed, the secondary was running in circles, and the Ravens basically set up an Airbnb on our side of the field. It was a masterclass in offensive execution by Baltimore, and a humbling experience for a Detroit defense that had been riding high. Add injuries piling up, and suddenly those preseason vibes look a little shaky. The depth that had been a strength was tested, and the cracks started to show. Key contributors were sidelined, and the next men up struggled to fill the void. It's a reminder that in the NFL, health is everything, and right now, the Lions are feeling the strain. But here's 20-man's real kicker. One tough loss doesn't define this team. It's easy to get caught up in the disappointment, to let frustration take over. But the season is a marathon, not a sprint. The best teams learn from adversity, and this could be the moment that galvanizes the Lions for the challenges ahead. If anything, it could be the wake-up call the Lions need before the playoff push. Sometimes it takes a setback to spark a comeback. The locker room is full of leaders, competitors, and guys who know what it takes to bounce back. The next few weeks will reveal what this team is really made of. So, Lions Nation, was 20-man too harsh, or just keeping it real? The truth is, every fan sees the game through their own lens. Some want optimism, others demand accountability. But one thing's for sure, nobody's giving up on this team. The city is buzzing, the debates are fierce, and the passion is as strong as ever. Hit the comments, smash that like, and get ready for next week, because because Detroit isn't done yet. The journey is far from over, and every setback is just another chapter in the story. Whether you're a lifelong fan or new to the bandwagon, now's the time to rally behind the team. The Lions have shown they can take a punch. Now it's time to see how they punch back. Stay tuned, because the best is yet to come.